rigs still available. I think I've got some Typhon shotgun rigs. I did not check Highlander stacked micros. There's some black shotgun rigs, and I think that there are two. We made a few more of these showed up. I think there are two lever gun rigs still in inventory. We have plenty of options for left-handers. I think there's a couple subgun rigs in there, maybe some day packs. Chuck Peoples, what's up? Ortiz, what's going on? We did some zippered knife pouches, some more this week, some different colors. CQB mag pouches, those got built today. Several different there's more. There's a bunch of them. I don't know where they went. Yeah, they're not. Here they are over here. These are all CQBs. Cody Cassie, Iridium, what's up? Byron Roberts, what's up? Yoder, how are you? M. White. Tex Pat, what's up? Was that Texas Patriot? Empty, what's going on? How are you? Joe Sondag, what's up? You actually got a notification. Right on. Patrick Lee, appreciate it. What do you appreciate? What are we appreciating? So we changed our account today, and there's a tip option on there, but we turned on super chats. Looking at it from my side, though, I don't see anything about super chats there. Do you guys see anything for that? My suspicion is maybe because I'm on an iPad. Multicam black red padded ear pro, right on. Place is looking nice. Yeah, it'll be gone, man. Most of this shit, you should have seen the video last night. Like, a lot of this stuff was still hanging out there. It's already been replaced here. We shipped a ton of stuff out of here today. Anybody get tracking information today? Say yes or no, or not no. Just say, yeah, I got tracking. What were your items? It looks like everything that was boxed did ship today. Toiletry bags, more CQB mag pouches. Mini cocks right here. Mini cocks, some dude's deplorable bag. I don't know where these padded. Here we go. There we go. Dollar bill symbols at the bottom of the chat. Right on. Okay, so is this the final one? This is the final one, okay. So they'll hold any of your ear pro. MSA Sword-ins, single down lead, dual down lead, doesn't matter. These are the biggest pelters. That's why we use these ones. These were the biggest pelters that I had. I've got a bunch of others that are a little more compact. Pouch, right? Fits right inside there. Closes up. What discount code did we do the round zippered pouch for? I don't remember what it was. It was very much like the Cake Day pouch. I think it was Cake Day pouch, right? Yeah, Cake Day pouch. So this pouch is similar. It has foam instead of stiffener, though. It's got foam on the sides. It's much thicker, obviously, and we put a handle on it. There is also on the inside a flat pocket on the back here. I don't even know if you can see this. Let's turn this around here. There's a flat pocket. I still can't see it. Can you see it there? There's a flat pocket in there, right? And just for batteries is what I thought I would probably put in there. Chocolate Cake Day. Chocolate Cake Day. This is the chocolate cake. Oh, no, you're probably right. The chocolate cake was the round one. Will walkers fit? I don't fucking know. I don't. Everything will fit. Like everything. I've got probably 20 pairs of ear pro in here. Everything fits. Just like our pelter wrap fits all of them. If I can't imagine that you've got. I want to say walkers are kind of a discount brand. I could be wrong with that. But your Comtac 2s. Your Comtacs and your MSA Sword-ins and all those, the big ones like the real ear pro that the military uses, they fit. So I would assume that everything else does. Empty, right on. Is that a super chat right there, or is that a tip? I'd never seen the tip thing. It popped up on our video tonight, and I actually tipped ourselves $2. I wanted to see how that worked. Panic Prepper episode 7 is up if you haven't seen it yet. What else? I think that's about it. Sticker, okay, sticker. There's a stream. There was a stream as this. There was a stream same as this. I don't know what we're talking about, Musician Gaming. U.S. is flying C-17s across the drink like crazy. They head to the U.K. and then bounce over to Romania. Yeah, that's been going on, man. Monkey Works, you guys should check out Monkey Works if you have interest in that kind of stuff. I find Marfugal News to be pretty decent, and if you look at their back end, and Bear Independent too. If you look at the back end on those guys, they put all the supporting articles and shit. So you can go straight to what they're saying and kind of make your determination for yourself also. Also, Russia might be naked. I don't know what that means. Because it's going down. Got shipping lever gun rig. Yeah, we shipped a lot of lever gun rigs today. Lever gun rig, right on. Yes, dollar bill symbol at the bottom of the chat. Don't see anything on my iPhone. Monkey today brought up Terramar. Look into it. Give me a one sentence. What is Terramar? Is it a place? What is Terramar? Here's stacked mag pouches. Going to be having the faces put on. Looks like more CQB mag pouches, some OD cocks, a bunch of those. Looks like we're running black single point slings again. We run some sling every couple days, it seems. 308 split fronts in Typhon will be coming up. No, multicam. What are these? Multicam 308 micro rigs coming up. Stat micro rigs in multicam coming up. Tool bags, those are going to R&J. Listen to Jack Spirko, he has me interested in planting sweet potatoes this weekend. I planted a bunch of potatoes this week. I have sweet potato starts over here that I'll put in sometime this weekend as well. You were listening to Nick Ferguson talk about it. It doesn't have to do with daylight hours. It has to do with heat temperature hours, is what Nick was saying. And I had never heard that. I didn't know that. Sweet potato slips just came in, right on. Looked at used freeze dryer today. It was stolen. How do you know that? I'm not questioning you. Like, how did you come to that determination? Paris, Tennessee, right on. What do you do over in Paris? Arid stuff. Y'all should run more. What would you want, Sam, if we did arid? Black up. Terramar, Ghislaine Maxwell, and International. Got it. Okay. So we think that's where she is, probably with Epstein also. A lot of people say Epstein's still alive. Order Hearing Pro case, right on. There's a tsunami alarm. For where? Plant willow trees. You can just trim off a branch and start it in water. Can you? I would put it in moist. You can sprout those like fig trees and all that shit. You can sprout them in sand. You can sprout them in seed starter. You can sprout them in potting soil. Like you'd be amazed, man. They'll just fucking grow. But I don't know about in straight water. In sweet potatoes, you sure can. Musical gamer. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you here before. Slow your fucking roll. Add something of value. Participate in the conversation. You act like 3 or 4 other dudes that come in here and literally just spaz all over the place. And what you're typing doesn't make any sense to me. You literally look like one of 3 other dudes with just a different account. So add some value, see what's going on, participate. He was in a place that was falling apart and didn't remember how long he had, and had a bunch of nice stuff, even an Indian Scout 60. Also weird body. Got it. Order the new Hearing Pro pouch. Going to use it for my hearing aid case. It's probably pretty big, man. It's a big pouch. Terramar is too much to try to explain. Still researching it, but she claims citizenship. Okay, I've heard of it. I know what we're talking about. Going to look at the trees around my place, but always thought the willow trees looked cool. So these are hybrid willows. They're not like your typical weeping willow, right? If we're talking fodder trees. Chicago fig and hybrid willow arriving. I've got probably 20 Chicago figs here. They're probably a year, 2-year old, right? They're probably about 6-7 feet in pots. Holes are already drilled. We've just got to trench out the drain lines for them because our soil's clay, so it's going to hold water. So I got to put a place for the water to evacuate. I'm going to bring a tractor in. I think next week we're bringing a little Mini X in and do all the work and everything while Nick Ferguson is here. And I like those Chicago figs because they're more cold hardy. So in the last couple of years, we've had freezes come back after it warmed up and the trees started putting on fruit, and then it just kind of, lost all its fruit the last couple of years. So the Chicagos are supposed to be cold hardy, and they also make they're about the size of a golf ball, the fruit. How tall does the hybrid willow get? I don't know. We're not letting them get. We're cutting them every year, twice a year. So I mean, we're not going to let them. We're going to chop them off to about 4 inches. So they never really put up a main stem. They put out all kinds of new twig growth. So they'll grow more as bushes, and we're planting them every 6 inches apart on 9-foot rows. So they will intertwine. We're just going to come through with a brush hog, cut them down, and then kind of rake them up. It's a trip that there are only 34 people on here right now. 9:30, Friday night, typically always our busiest. We usually, if you go back a few months, we would have 300-400 people. You go back a few years, we would have 3,000 people on these live feeds. And here it is, 34 people online. Is Nick coming for the festival? I don't know if Nick Ferguson's coming to the festival or not. I honestly don't know. All the important ones. Media group, what's up? All right, guys, come on. We can have a conversation. We can talk. I cannot walk around here and talk to myself. I've got lights all over this fucking place, so I got plenty of shit I can do outside tonight. I've got work to do inside. We can have this conversation, but I can't do it by myself. Hitting up the farmer's market in the morning, looking for more comfrey plants and black raspberry. Right on. We're going to the farmer's market in the morning as well. What did I get done today? All the raised beds in the row house. I pulled out all the old plants, all the dead vegetation, wet down all the soil, super dry. While I was doing that, it kind of put like dust in the air, almost like a soot almost. So probably should have wet them down first. So I watered them afterwards, and then I went, took the small dump trailer up to the rabbit house and scooped out about 20 scoops of rabbit shit, brought that down, and then shoveled it into all the raised beds in the row house, planted a couple more things of potatoes, messed around with the raised beds outside, there's a bunch more shit on the list. I don't know. I mean, I do a lot of shit every day, but if you look at it on video, it's all the same shit, right? 90% of everything I do every day is the exact same stuff. That's why when you watch the videos, there's like, I haven't been filming a ton of it. I actually talked to the camera for about 10 minutes today about that, you know. I go get feed, I feed the animals, we pull eggs, we bring the eggs in, rinse off the dirty ones, back outside, stage feed for this weekend, anything that we're low on, rotate rabbits. We move the rabbit tractors every single day. It's just farm work. It's just stuff that we do. But if we video it every day, it's all identical. It's all the same. It's the same fucking thing. And that's what my video guy said. He's like, you know, I always had this perception of what it actually was, but now that I watch all the raw footage, he's like, it's the animals and the part, like that's 10% of it. The other part is fixing stuff that animals have ruined, or fixing things that break so that you can feed and water animals. That's always what it is. And it's that fixing those things, it's those emergencies that are, you know, worthy of making video. Taking a John Farnham pistol class next 2 days. He comes behind enemy lines. Right on. Right on. Ryan Ray, what's up? You were saying the DeWalt chainsaw looks really good. I'm trying to clear off my back fence to put the trees along the fence line. Cool. Cool. What is your solution for grass growing in your gravel? So I spot kill it with a propane torch. Propane is super expensive. It's literally over doubled in price in like a few months. So I use what's that purple container called? It's like super duper Roundup, RD42 or something. I spot spray with that stuff, and I sprayed a couple last Thursday, Friday. I sprayed everything. And a lot of stuff's dying, but some stuff's not dying at all. Like, so this stuff just doesn't even work on some of these weeds. 5 inches of rain today, flooding everywhere. Shit. We had a little rain. And I think the part of it too is you have to cut, you need to kill that shit before it seeds. That purple container there, I don't know what it's called. But they sell it at Tractor Supply. They sell it everywhere. You put it in your sprayer and then mix it. You just put, I think, a couple tablespoons of it in, and then the rest is water. Ordered pellets for my pellet stove today for next year. It will feel good to have them. Right on. Salt water. Salt that you use in swimming pools will kill grass. Yeah, vinegar will. There's a lot of things. I chased 3 pigs back into the pen and had to fix it. One of the cows broke one of the panels down. Funny, should have videoed it. Ordered my tickets to Self-Reliance Fest. Right on. Right on. Heavy storms took out a few of my cucumber plants. Have to replant. We were going to the farmer's market too. Nicole won't drink anything but raw milk. Right on. I don't like that dude's raw milk. It's weird. That dude's raw milk is not like raw milk that people have brought in here. What are your shift vehicle bikes, ATVs, canoes? I don't know what you're asking me, Paul. I don't know what that means. Should hit the fan vehicles? I've been watching lots of your vids, and it obviously isn't the crowd. I don't know what you mean. How do you keep your rabbits from getting fleas? I don't know. I've never... Maybe they have fleas. I don't know. I have no idea. And really, if you're keeping, like, so the rabbits and tractors, those are typically babies. We're going to take babies at like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and put them on grass. And they're going to eat all the clover and grass. They're going to eat a lot less pellet. and we're going to grow them up to weight, right? So ideally at, 90 days, I guess, maybe a little longer, you're going to slaughter them at that point because they're not really going to get a lot bigger. They're going to do most of their growth spurt early on. So anything beyond that you're just, it's costing you more financially than the gain in weight. So we're going to kill them and put them in freezers and just keep doing it in that manner. So like I'm using them currently for dog food, so we're not even skinning them. But I haven't even thought about fleas. I don't know. We use Seresto, I think. Seresto, I think that's the commercial. Flea and tick collars on the dogs. I also use Frontline on the dogs. But I've never even thought about the rabbits having fleas. Home heating fuel in Maine is $6 per gallon. Typically, it would have been about $2.50. Yeah, same in Alaska, man. Same in Alaska. We don't use home heating oil here, so like I've never had any experience with that. I really like the wood, right? Because you can go and get it. You can just, if things got tough, you could just pick it up, anywhere. Maybe the chickens eat most of the fleas. Maybe so. I don't know. Hate to ask, can't afford 3,000 freeze dryer. Was looking at $900 one, but no idea is bad or good product offline. Patrick, I didn't even know there was another option for a freeze dryer. I have no idea, man. Did you ever find Heinz number for 55-gallon vinegar? No, we weren't actively looking for it, really. That was, I think, a joke from one of the Panic Prepper videos. We have like 100 guineas, maybe. No chocolate cake, yeah. Check Ace Hardware for camo paint. Rust-Oleum chalked paint is good for camo if you dust it. Any advice on when to buy a house? Right fucking now if you can afford it. I mean, you can wait for it to go down, and maybe it doesn't, right? Maybe the market doesn't go down, or maybe there's such a fucking collapse that you're not able to get a mortgage. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Can you buy? Are we just having a bullshit conversation, or are you in an actual position to buy a house? And when you say buy a house, you have $100,000. You're going to go buy a little house on a piece of property someplace, or you have $100,000 and you're going to go through a bank and buy a $500,000 house, because that's typically, you need 20% down basically. Depending on your credit and depending on what kind of other things you already have, right? If you own multiple properties, if you want to own properties, you need to own property. The more properties you have, the more properties you are able to buy. Harvest Right has the home freeze dryer market cornered unless it's used. It's probably not a freeze dryer. Yeah, I've not heard of another single freeze dryer on the market. I know some places where you can get some freeze dryers other than Harvest Right, but they're literally the size of shipping containers. They are commercial freeze dry operations, and you can, they bring them in shipping containers. Like you would bring an entire shipping container in this building, and it is the freeze dryer. I don't want dogs to get tapeworms from fleas eaten from eating rabbit coat. My dog got tapeworms from eating a wild rabbit pelt that had a flea. So just treat the dogs for worms, right? I don't know. I mean, my dogs are getting hold of fucking squirrels and possums and all kinds of shit anyways. So we're going to have to still treat for worms. And I would assume, I mean, I don't know if you're in an HOA in a nice lush, lawn, and you just don't have any animals, but like my dogs, like there's a fucking rotted possum out there that the dog's been chewing on for the last month. You know, the big dog in the back has access to about 5 acres. The dogs up front have access to about 3 acres. And animals come and go, like they get them. And if you're in like, I don't know what kind of dogs you have. If you're in the livestock guardian dog groups, you will see a lot of people tell you like hundreds and hundreds of comments. Like I had a veterinarian here locally check my dogs for heartworms. Told me both my dogs had heartworms and they were both going to die within a year if I didn't do these treatments. And the treatments are literally, I think they're cyanide they give the dogs, and it's like fucking $2,000 per dog. And then you have to leave the dog locked up because it kills the heartworms. And if the dogs get excited, it moves from the heart to the lungs or something and the dogs die. So you have to lock your dog. You have to crate your dogs and keep them somewhat sedated for like 6 months, right? This is the high-end vet here tells me this. I start reading about, and she tells me I need to treat 3 fucking dogs, right? So it's a bill for like $5,500. So that was 4 years ago. 4 years ago. The dogs, like if you get in these livestock guardian groups and stuff, they have all kinds of shit. People are like, no, you don't need to do that. Use this. Treat heartworms with this. Treat worms with this. Like there's a ton of shit out there that your vet won't tell you because your vet makes a fucking ton of money selling drugs. If people are interested in that type of stuff, I can make a few videos and post them on the back page. I don't know what. Price of house isn't important as interest rates and rates are going up. So best time was yesterday and it'll be worse tomorrow. Do it ASAP. You can get a mortgage with basically 0 down. I have the dog horse paste, took care of the tape. Yes, I believe that it also takes care of heartworms. Phil Strother, what's up, man? There's a map on Harvest Right of machines in the store. There's a map on Harvest Right of stores that have them. Do they have larges in the stores? I've only seen smalls and mediums in Tractor Supplies. And some Walmarts. I heard Walmart even has Harvest Right freeze dryers. Couldn't share my freeze. I wouldn't share anything with anybody anyways. My vet told me they would no longer see my dog since I treated and cured his heartworms naturally, which was against their recommendation. Yeah, they're just fucking cunts. They're just fucking mad at you because you didn't... Think about that. What do you think they're paying for the $2,000 treatment for your dog? Like Home Depot sells them, right on. Do they actually, or is it just through Home Depot and then they direct and then it ships? Like, can you walk in a Home Depot and the thing's there? Tractor Supply had small, medium. Yeah, that's all I'd seen too, I thought. Thought about getting a Harvest Right, but was not sure how much oil it would use. They don't use that much oil, man. We have the oilless pump. Jason's got the Super Duper, which is kind of between the oil pump and the oilless pump. They call it the Premier. They should call it the fucking middle pump, but everything's, it's like Berkey, right? You go look at a Berkey and it's very misleading, right? You get the Berkey, travel Berkey, and then they've got the big Berkey, but the big Berkey's not the big one. It's not fucking big at all. They ought to call it like the fucking second from the smallest. Online only, but if you use, oh, got you, yeah, for the Home Depot card, because you get that 10% off or whatever. Yeah, I love the Berkey. I've got the Crown Royal, I think. I haven't seen any Berkeys for sale other than the big Berkey for probably 2 or 3 years now. Jason's on the same gallon of oil he got with it 2 years ago. And Jason runs that thing all the time. They run that thing. I feel like it's marketing. I don't think it's marketing. I think it's because it actually was the big one. And then they came out with 5 others that were bigger. Like, I have the biggest one you can get. It's 6 gallons. 6 gallons on the top, 6 gallons on the bottom, right? So you fill 6 gallons of water into it and it trickles through. And I want to say I can put up to 8 filter sets in this thing. Billy Magnum, what's up, man? How are you? What's everybody's plans for the weekend? What are you guys working on? You got a shipping notice. What'd you get shipping notice on? Claiming liberty. I like reverse osmosis in the house, so my fridge can make ice, purified water. You do need utility pressure to filter water. I don't have I have commercial machines here, so there's no ice makers on them. Building your house, that's awesome, man. Lever gun shopping. What caliber are you gonna do? Continuing to narrow down my ham radio configurations. How many do you have? How many do you have? LFD off-road bumper going on the 4Runner. Right on. What is LFD? Three HF rigs. Patrick Lee work. Disappointed in Pelter. The rubber on the ear cushion disintegrated for no reason. Well, the rubber on the, what did he say? Disappointing Pelter, the rubber on the ear cushions. So replace them with silicones. You'll be so happy. Replace them with the silicone cups. You will be stoked. 4570 desired caliber. Defiant Ammo has a badass 4570 round out. You should check them out. Property GSD, if it'll dry out up here. It has rained all. Property GSD. What's GSD? I'm sure you're going to tell me and I'm going to be like, duh. Ordered more stacked micros today. Got shipping notice. Highlander stacked micros. Right on. Printing shirts. Going to farmer's market. Planting corn. How much corn are you going to put in? Plenty of yard work. Spring turkey season. Missouri, Sunday. Fishing tomorrow with wife and kids. Awesome, man. Rec. Yeah, man. Get those Pelter. Just get the silicone cups. They might. I don't even know if Pelter makes them. It might be somebody else, but you'll dig them. Just got chickens. Prepping for sheep. Right on. Tactical. There's a 4-strand electric netting for sheep. It's actually electric wire. It's not netting. And it's got poles. But it has like this giant fishing reel thing. It's fucking badass. If have Nicole ask me about it and I'll send the info to her on it. It's awesome. It's awesome for moving them. They sell a machine at Walmart that makes sonic ice. Half-acre corn, Jesus. You're putting that in with a tractor, right? Tattooed. Have a good night, man. No ice. She has an ice machine. She has an ice machine. Yeah, Cody wants to grow corn like in raised beds. I think those tubs would be really good for growing corn. You know, those troughs that we got? You could probably put like 3 or 4 real close together so the wind would blow them a lot. Corn has deep roots. And corn needs a lot of nutrients, right? Can I go out in the front yard out here and just plant rows of corn in my grass out here? It's on the low side. Like, it gets a lot of sun and it's on the low side, so a lot of nutrients run there. The ground's pretty soft there. I would guess I could just run some kind of machine that would kind of seed it. Chandler, what's up? You space corn 6 inches apart, so probably a lot more than you think. Corn in raised beds would make a great privacy fence. So I did square foot gardening corn in San Diego. I had 2 beds that were 4 by 8 feet, and it grew really well and made beautiful corn. You know, two ears each, or 3 maybe, I don't know. And then rats came and ate it. We grew it several years. It grew up perfectly, but always before we harvested it, rats got it. Did corn 3 years ago. They just didn't get very big. So I got a buddy that's a farmer. He's got 1,000 acres, and he always does a couple of acres in peaches and cream. Peaches and cream corn, I think is what it's called. You know, eating corn. He always does a few acres. Broadcast corn for ducks, and it grows. Really. I'm going to dry a lot and make ethanol and feed it to some animals right on. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Everybody have a great weekend. If you need something, send me an email. If you're asking about an order ever, an email for that order. Silver Queen, super sweet white. Right on, man, right on. It's cool. A lot of farmers are not doing corn. Yeah, due to fertilizer shortages and the cost on the front and back end of doing corn. So they're doing soy. A lot of them are doing soy this year. Switching to soy. Oh, that's what you just said, yeah. Do you need to send an email so you can send me the video? Right on. Not sure what video, but okay. Top 5 restaurants in Nashville. Man, you would you'd do well with anything on what is it, Amanda, in the Gulch? M Street, Second Street. I'm not sure what it is. Virago, Cane Prime, Whiskey Kitchen, Sambuco Lounge, Moto, Saint Anejo. There might be another newer couple restaurants in there. They're all owned by the same chain. The same guys own them. They have their own Wagyu bulls. They breed their own cattle right in Franklin. Chef Andrew Whitney, you can follow him on Instagram. He is the head chef for all of those restaurants. And no matter which one you go to, you will be amazed. If you want sushi or fusion like that, Virago. Finally found your sushi restaurant you go to in Jackson. We go there a lot, man. If you walk in there, she will know us. They always make me something that's not on the menu. They give Amanda and I something every time we go there, and it's always delicious. Is our shop open? Yeah, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. All right, guys, I'm out.